Hello everyone and welcome to Muse for You. My name is John and I am your Adobe Muse instructor. In this video I'm going to go over a little history of web design and development and compare a few different models that people use to create websites and then show you why Adobe Muse is so powerful. So I'll go over the first two, which is going to be straight out code, just standard HTML code and CSS3. We'll be using HTML5 and CSS3, and then I'll go into WordPress, and then I'll go into Adobe Muse. Each of them have their strengths, but once you see this video, you'll know more as to why Adobe Muse is so powerful and how you can use it for your projects. So I'm going to begin with HTML5 and CSS3. So if I were to design a website in HTML5 or CSS3, I would go to, first I would download what's called the HTML5 boilerplate. So I'm going to go google.com, HTML5 boilerplate. And as you can see here, it says the web's most popular front-end template. I'm going to click download, and it's going to go to my downloads folder. So I'll just close that there. And go to my downloads, and let me just put this in here. And it's a zip file, so I just double click and unzip it. Now here I have my HTML5 boilerplate. If I go inside, I can see a bunch of different files. Now this is why Muse is so powerful. You don't have to deal with any of this. Muse does this all for you. All you have to do is design your website, and then all the code is outputted for you. So this will look similar to a Muse site after it's done, but you don't even have to look at it. So for instance, we have our CSS, these are our style sheets, which we use to style the website. We have an image folder, where we add our images. We have a JavaScript folder where we can add JavaScript. And then a bunch of different readmes and licenses here, and some favicons for the website. And we have our main file right here, which is the index.html. So if I actually open this, I'm going to open this with, let's open it with Atom. Sometimes I use TextMate, but Atom is pretty cool, and I think I might switch. But yeah, so Atom, we have opened it with Atom, this new kind of code editor that just came out a few months ago. So yeah, I look at the code here, and we can see we have, just a bunch of code. We have the head tag, which is right here, and it includes our style sheets and yeah, just our style sheets. You know what? I'm actually going to open this in TextMate. I'm really comfortable with TextMate. So, yeah, until I play with Atom a little more, I think I'm just going to stick with TextMate. Just visually, it's easier for me to see and kind of recognize everything. Okay, so here we have our head tag, and here we have our body tag, which includes the main stuff of our website. And then we have some scripts down here in the body tag. So we've included the normalized CSS, the main CSS, which is in this folder, and we've included the JavaScript, which is in this folder. All right, so I'm going to open index.html, and it says, "Hello world, this is HTML5 boilerplate." It's actually getting this from the body tags right in here, and there's some p tags, and I can change this to "Hello and welcome to Muse for You. This is a demonstration of creating a website with code." Alright, so if I save that, Command S, and I hit refresh, "Hello and welcome to Muse for You. This is a demonstration of creating a website with code." Okay, now there's a lot you can do with code. You know, if you've studied the code and you've learned it, there's tons of plugins and tons of things you can get, on GitHub and different websites that have different scripts and let you do a lot of really cool things with code. Now, Muse can do just as much and is just amazing because you don't have to deal with all this code and kind of making sure that all the code works and fits and, kind of go back between your style sheet and your JavaScript and your HTML. So that was just a quick overview of code. Now we'll go into an overview of WordPress. A lot of people use WordPress. I myself use it for a few projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here, and I'm just going to go and create a new site. So So new folder, new site. Okay, and you know what? I'll call this demo. Okay, and I have, let's see, oh, demo's already taken. So yeah, we'll leave it new site. So now I'm going to, let's see if I can find it here. Yep, here we go. I'm just going to copy this WordPress. If you go to, oops, excuse me. If you go to WordPress, I think it's wordpress.org, or I'm just going to type in WordPress plus download. Okay, and you can just download it here. If you download it, it'll download the WordPress files you need to start WordPress. I already have it here, so I'm just going to copy what's in this folder and place it in my new site. Now I'm just going to go over a quick overview of creating a WordPress site, just to show you kind of how it works. So I have all my WordPress files here, and I'm going to open MAMP, which is a local server. If you want to build websites locally, you can install MAMP. What's great about Adobe Muse is that it already comes built in with a local kind of server that lets you build the website locally. I wouldn't go in so much and say it's a server. It might be kind of a server, but anyways, you don't have to deal with like making your computer a server to start building websites with Adobe Muse. With WordPress, you kind of do, because WordPress uses databases, and so we need a PHP, MyAdmin, and all that good stuff. If you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. Again, this is just a quick overview of how to install a WordPress site and use WordPress. Okay, so I'm gonna just install this site. So what I'm gonna do, this is my server here, localhost 8888, and I'm just gonna type a new site, and up pops up. Oh, before I do that, I have to create the database. So I have to go to PHP MyAdmin, and I'm going to create a new database. Go to databases, database name, new site. Yep, I don't have it there, and create. All right, now if I go back to here and I just type in new site, then I do English. This is going to take me through the WordPress install. So I have English, hit continue, and this is just telling me what I need, and I just click let's go. So database name is going to be new site. The username is going to be root, password root. This is because I'm using MAMP. Localhost, and the table prefix I'm just going to call new site, and there you can kind of name your table prefix. And yeah, table prefix, all it is I'll show you that real quick, is if I click on any of these databases, I have this table prefix right here, which is bit underscore, and then it kind of names everything after that. Okay, so yeah, that's the table prefix. Database host is localhost, database name, new site, username root, password root, submit. And if everything looks good, it's going to ask you to run the install. You just click run the install, and that was done very quickly. It's doing it very quickly because I'm running my site locally, so everything's super fast. Site name, I'm just going to do demo site, username, admin, password, admin, email, john@museforyoushop.com, and install WordPress. And you can allow search engines to index the site. It won't index anything because, again, it's not on a server on the web, it's on a local server on your computer. So install WordPress, success, it's been installed. So I log in, admin, and log in. Okay, now I have this backend here, and if I go to localhost / new site, this is what my WordPress looks like. And if I create a page, I go to pages here to create a page, add new page, home, and this is a test page, and then I hit publish, and there I go. I have my new page, and I'm going to make this page the home page. So I just go here, I went to settings. Again, I'm not going too in depth with it because I just want to show you kind of a demonstration. And you can go to themes. WordPress has a lot of themes that you can add that are free. You can buy themes. And again, I'm going to go and say Muse is great because you can kind of create your own theme. It's very flexible. You don't have to, play within the boxes of a theme. So I'm going to click add new, and then I have a bunch of themes here. So let's say I want to use, let's use this Maze theme. Okay, install, and activate. Alright, now if I go back to my site, refresh, I have this Minimaze theme, pretty cool. And I have demo site, let's see, homepage. I don't see my oh, right here, this is a test page, that's the content. So if I go back to pages, I can go to home and change this. This is some more content and update. I can add media, add pictures. This is my media library, upload pictures. And then I can have posts for my blog, so I can say add new, and then say new post. This is a new post. So I have a post for my blog, hit publish, and hit refresh. So let's make the sample page the post page. So sample page is the post page, hit refresh, and here's my blog. New post, this is a new post, and my other post, hello world. Alright, so there's a lot of things, and again, you can do plugins and install plugins and do a bunch of really neat stuff with WordPress. So WordPress is pretty powerful. I just want to show you these other two versions so I can show you what Muse does and how powerful Muse is for your web design. And again, you don't need to know much to get into Muse. This you might need to learn, pages, all this menu stuff, and kind of read a little more about WordPress, excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to close MAMP. I'm just going to stop my servers. You can see MAMP, it says here, manage your websites locally, and okay, all that good stuff. So I just close my servers. I'm just going to quit here. And now finally we get into Muse. So Muse, I have it right here. I have Adobe Muse CC 2014. I'm just going to click it, and we're going to get a new site. Oh, actually I already had it open, so let me just quit it and open it again. And then we get this nice cool little logo that it comes with, it opens with. And right away we get a nice little welcome screen, new features, getting started, tips and techniques, things like that. So as you can see already, Muse is kind of like a really creative, you can check out these pictures, it's just a really creative way to make websites. It's great for designers and just overall great for anybody looking to make a really cool website. So I'll close this, I'm going to go to File, New Site, and here you can play with your layout, you can make your layout bigger, smaller. These are really nice kind of default settings that I usually use because it works well on almost every screen. I can say pretty much every screen, not almost, but every screen that I've seen and tried it on, it works beautifully, and Muse comes with these settings already in them. And the great thing about Adobe Muse is that the creators of Adobe Muse used the best web industry standards when they created this. So you're pretty safe with having the width and all the different things that are in this program. You'll be pretty safe with having it work really well on all screens and on all browsers on the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And right over here I'm in the plan view, which is really awesome because you can just add pages, you can create sub pages and just really create your plan for your website. It's a really neat thing. And to be quite honest, I've actually used this to create my WordPress sites, where I've gone into this plan view just so I can see how my WordPress pages will be laid out. It's a really awesome function. But yeah, so again, I'm going to get back into Muse because I don't want to kind of get confusing there with the different ways to make websites. But yeah, just to show you how powerful Muse is, we have the plan view, we have the design view, and we have the preview, and then we have publish right over here to the right. So I'm going to go into the home page. Now I'm in the design view, and just to show you how easy it is to add an image to Muse, I'm just going to create this rectangle, and I'm going to go to fill right up here, add image, and let's see, logo 6, and there we go. So that's my logo, and I'm going to clear the background because I'll show you why in a second. So now this image is in this rectangle, and if I make this rectangle bigger, and if I go back to fill, I could say scale to fit. So now this image is going to fit in the rectangle, which is really cool because it allows you to play with the different images and resize them and make them look a little bit different. And now I'm going to give the browser a fill, and I'm going to use, if I go to my images here. Actually, let me go to desktop, Skillshare, and I'm going to use this blue that's on this logo here, or this Muse for You here. So I'm going to fill this background with this blue color. So all I do is go to Browser Fill, get this eyedropper tool, and do that. Now this background is the same color as this image. Pretty cool. So you can use any files on your computer and kind of work with the design of your website. It's really cool feature in Adobe Muse, among many other features. So to preview this in the browser, all I do is hit Command-Shift-E, and now I have my website here. That's it. This is actually a website. If I go into the code, you can see I have my body tags, my head tags, I have my scripts here. This is all code, and Muse does it for you in the back end. You don't have to touch the code. You can just design to your heart's content. It's really amazing. And one thing with Muse, it has so many different features, and I'm going to go over a few videos, and actually I think I have 12 at the moment that I'm going to go through just to show you all the different powerful features of Adobe Muse. And you know, it's just amazing the different things you can do with this. So even to create a menu, I just go to Object, Insert. These are the different widgets. I can create a slideshow, panels, menu, forms, compositions, buttons, social media. I can even insert HTML if I wanted to add code to this website. It's amazing. And then among that, there's going to be a whole video on scroll effects, which scroll effects is just such a cool thing. Like, you know, I'll show you a quick little tidbit of some of these effects we'll be going over in these videos, excuse me. So I'm going to go to Object, Insert Widget, Menu, and going to insert a horizontal menu, and I'm just going to make this about this width. And what's great about Muse too is that it fits everything to guidelines. It gives you really good guidelines. It lets you know when something's centered, and lets you kind of work with your website, make sure everything is centered good and coordinated good with the different objects. So here I'm just going to make this a manual, and I'm actually going to go over this in another video, but just to give you a quick overview of how powerful Muse is. I'm just going to say Home, and then here I'm going to add another menu, and here another menu, Home, About, and Contact. Alright, so there's my menu, and then I can change the font size to that. I can change the font type, and there's that. And then I can change the color here. I can even make the menu a gradient. So I go to Fill, and then I click Gradient, and then Eyedropper tool, pick that for the first color. Eyedropper tool, click this for the second color, and then I want it to be a vertical gradient. And there it is. I have a cool menu. If I hit Command-Shift-E, here's my menu. I can click on it. It doesn't do anything because I haven't assigned it to anything. Oh, and this image has a border, so I'm going to take the stroke off here. And now we should have a nice, clean looking website. So obviously this website doesn't do anything, but that was a quick overview of showing you how different sites work. Obviously it's all based on code. Even WordPress, you know, it's all based on kind of that first part I showed you where you go into building code. But Muse is designed to save you a lot of time and allow you a lot of flexibility to really design the website of your dreams, or the website that you really want to create. You know, everyone has every method has kind of a limitation. Like the code, you have to make sure you use kind of the proper coding and the right scripts and put your scripts in the proper place. WordPress is kind of theme based, so if you don't know how to create themes, you're kind of limited. With Muse, it's kind of like no limit. You have, you know, the sky is the limit as far as design. You don't have any limitations, any borders. You can really create and get really creative with Muse. And hopefully my videos will help you start that process and kind of give you that launching pad to start creating these amazing websites. All right, so there's going to be many more videos to come, and I'll see you in the next video.